I'm back, guys. This is Tamerlyn with Around the Block podcast. Thank you so much for staying in connection with me through the past couple months. I was supposed to release this episode back in November with Strength in the Struggle, but life took a hold of me and school got in the way, especially taking television classes. It's on the other side of the campus, so I was not able to take time out of my schedule to come into the radio studio. But let me give you a scoop on what's happening now. At the end of the month, I will be releasing an episode. So this month will be Strength in the Struggle. They were supposed to be back in November or October. I forgot which one, but like I said, school got in the way. So I wasn't able to continue to do podcast episodes until now. I was kind of taking a hiatus, if you can say that. But I'm back, so I hope you enjoy this as much as I do. Basically, I just want to do an introduction of Around the Block podcast, this little staff, I would call it. Unfortunately, I can't pay them, but some good friends of mine have decided to step in and help me try and figure out what else I can add to Around the Block podcast, because it just seemed to be very repetitive. My last 20 episodes, I think this is episode 21. So, Jamie and Chris will be my photographers. So basically, I have a WordPress website where you can see my updated photos of the shows that I attended in the past week, or any update messages that I want you guys to read, just so you can know where I'm at with an episode during the month. Basically, everything that happens, for example, in the month of January, I will compress into this episode, and which will be released today and up on YouTube on Monday, which comes into Mark being my upload guy, so he's being awesome. You can catch his band Lions Amongst Wolves. And my friends James and Daniel, who I met back in my television studio production class last semester. They're going to be on video, so from time to time you'll see them recording a set of maybe one of my featured artists and their show, and then we're going to throw that up on YouTube, so that would be kind of cool and interesting. I basically just don't want people to be hearing my voice. It gets annoying, right? Like, do you seriously want to keep listening to me the entire time? From time to time, you'll have random people talking and being cool. I'm also going to try to bring in some people to co-host some episodes with me, so we'll see if I get the okay from the big boss at the radio station. And as you know, I have already announced the Strength in the Struggle is my featured artist of the podcast, so yay to that. I have promised them for the past couple months that I would be releasing this episode, and now that I have an actual set schedule of every Saturday at the end of the month will be released, at least they can now look forward to something, right? Just some information about them. They are an amazing group of guys with a good head on their shoulders, and I'll also be releasing the interview a little bit later in the episode. But they have a show March 14th that they are throwing in Inglewood, and they are asking any local bands who would like to join them in this show for raising money for their upcoming tour. That would be awesome. So hit them up on Facebook. Just type in your search bar, Strength in the Struggle, and you can find them on Instagram and Twitter and all that fun stuff. But I will be releasing their song right now, actually, called Realistic State of Mind, which was released in 2013. So here we go with that.
I know it's on.
past January shows that I have attended were on January 2nd with Face Your Maker and Strength in the Struggle at this venue that used to be Aladdin Jr. but is no longer Aladdin Jr. It's kind of a cool place. It's in the same exact place that Aladdin Jr. was in Pomona, like right next to the Glass House down the street from Fox Theater. I actually got my first dose of crowd bashing during Strength in the Struggle set, and it hurt super bad. I was bruised for like 2 weeks. It was horrible. But I had a great time. The bands did great. A Shark Among Us also played along with a couple other bands. I'll be posting the flyer up on WordPress, so you can take a look at who played and check them out on Facebook, YouTube, whatnot. January 3rd at Recess Studios was Defiant Order 66, and it was Within Reach's EP release show, which they killed it. It was amazing. That was a great show. As well as January 10th in Fontana, I traveled from Whittier all the way to Fontana for the interview with Strength in the Struggle, which you will be hearing shortly. My good friends in Unscarred and Inhuman Atrocities was also a part of that. Endings blew my mind. They were amazing, so check them out. You can also view one of the members of Endings in the picture of the band Strength in the Struggle when I took their photo, so I'll throw that up soon for you guys to take a look at that. And without further ado, here's a 10-minute interview that I did with Strength in the Struggle outside the pizza place in Fontana in the rain, which was really fun. Hopefully the audio isn't so bad, but just bear with me. It's still an interview, right?
Pops it out. Did you do it? Twice.
Okay, so if you guys could introduce yourselves and the name of your band, please.
My name's George.
My name is Luis.
My name's Eddie.
My name is Alex.
My name's Gus.
And we're Strength in the Struggle.
Okay, cool, thank you. So how did you guys all start doing Strength in the Struggle?
It started off with me and our old guitarist. It was pretty much me and him for literally 2 years trying to find a drummer, because drummers are the hardest thing to find. And we posted a Craigslist ad. Alex answered. It's kind of creepy to find a person on Craigslist, but it happens, I guess.
Quick, I'm the creep.
And then so we jammed with him, and it just worked out. And then after that, Gus used to work with me at some theme park that we can't name for legal issues. And so that's how I knew him, and he would always talk about starting a band or something. So I was like, well, we could just try out something. And he had a friend who played bass, which was our old bass player. So we jammed with them, we kind of got it going. So we started writing songs. First thing we released was like a 12-song album, which usually isn't normal for a band just starting out. But I like to write a lot of music, so I wrote 12 songs, and then that's it. So that came out in 2012. So we kind of pushed that for a while. We played, our first show was in Compton. Compton at the DG house. Shout out to DG, even though they're not doing anything.
Shout out to DG.
That was my first show. It was pretty cool. We got a good response. After that, we just kept playing around the Compton, Hawthorne, like LA area, 'cause it's easier to get shows over there. Eventually, the original guitar player quit, and we got Boz. Not Boz, I mean Eddie. Eddie would just fill in occasionally when the other guitar player couldn't play, and eventually he became a permanent member.
Same thing with our bass.
Same thing with our bass player. Well, our bass player more or less just kind of stopped coming to shows and
Just
stuff.
disappeared from our lives.
But we're still using his equipment. So that's how we got Lewis, which is the best thing that's ever happened to
He
us.
used to play with Defiant.
Oh yeah, he used to play with the band called Defiant that we were friends with. Shout out
They
to
both
Defiant.
used to play with Defiant.
Oh yeah, we actually took
Wow.
both of these guys from Defiant,
Good job, good
Sorry,
job.
Jimmy.
causing them to be on a hiatus, and now they're actually better than before.
I love you, Timmy.
And that was like probably, how long have we had you guys?
A year, yeah.
So we've had them for like a year.
You guys want to go over here? Yeah.
Or still, so I'll just check Craigslist like first thing in the morning.
Yeah, so for like a year, we've kind of just been playing shows wherever we can. Mostly just LA, IE, OC a little bit. Kind of have a good, somewhat a little good following. We already have 5 songs written for the next release we want to do, which is an EP. We'll probably record that sometime before summer and release it before summer.
That's how the band got started.
Oh yeah, that's
Nice.
Right.
I mean, you can give me
I'm
everything.
pretty much telling you everything up until now. But yeah, right now we're just kind of doing, kind of branching out,
We're seeing what happens.
seeing what happens. Yeah.
So, where do you guys like playing the most and why?
Like playing nowhere. we play LA way too much. We used to like playing there a lot, but then we play too much, and then it's like the same. You see
I think we're crazy.
You see the same people every day. So it's like you're not gaining new people. You're just getting the same people back. So right now we just really want to play farther
Try
away.
to spread out.
Anywhere but here, basically.
Yeah. So, like Orange County. Do you think Orange County is harder to play? and
Orange
get
County,
into?
Orange County, it's harder to get kids out to your shows for sure. Like we played, how many times have we played Tree now? Like 4
4 or 5 times. 2 times.
Three. One time at Pop Strings.
With this band, yeah, it's more like 2.
3. Okay, so we played about 3 times a chain. Kids like us over there. It's just like
Yeah, it's hard to get kids.
not a lot of kids go to shows out there unless it's like. I mean, even we played with No Bragging Rights a couple weeks ago, and that show wasn't even packed. It was kind of sad. We were pretty bummed because we thought that show was gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Like even a band like No Bragging Rights, kids won't come out. It's like sad. Yeah, that's OC.
What songs do you guys like to play the most live?
I like playing Passion, just because of that 2-step. Other than that,
The song we didn't play today.
yeah, I know.
Should told.
I told you. I told this one.
I really like the new song.
New song, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started playing a new song recently. Today was the 4th time we played it. It's called Acceptance. It'll be on the new EP. It's probably one of my favorites right now. It just,
I don't know if it's just because it's new to us. It's something new.
it's new and it's different. It's a little different from our older stuff.
You know people like it.
Yeah, but I mean,
I think it's a direction we like to go in.
yeah,
Hopefully
exactly.
people like the change that we're trying to go for.
Yeah, it's not too drastic of a change for us, but I don't know.
Progression.
Yeah. Who have you played with locally that you just love playing with over and over and over again?
We fucking hate that band, Destruction of the King. I hope they hear this.
Especially the guitar player.
The guitar player, he looks almost exactly like me, but not really. Fuck that guy. And I'm not talking about Diego, I'm talking about the other guy. Other than that, our favorite bands are like Shark Among Us, from Hawthorne,
Keepsake from Las Vegas.
Keepsake from Las Vegas, Defiant,
Endings.
Endings, yeah, they're playing tonight.
Shout out to Slayer.
Face Your Maker.
Oh yeah, Face Your Maker, they're fucking awesome dudes.
It was a good show at Slide Bar too, guys.
Exactly.
It was a good show.
Thank you.
Shout out to Kiki and Dom. That was took us up.
Who else?
Throne of Tyranny. All our friends that we always play with that we're forgetting to name.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're gonna have a lot of friends.
You know who you
I'm
are.
sure we're gonna have a lot of friends like, oh, we missed us. We forgot about us.
Shout out to Set Your Anchor too.
Oh yeah, so you're angry.
You guys got good stuff coming out.
From Riverside, Flash City Studios.
Were you all musically inclined when you were growing up? Like, did you always want to be music, or what did you want to do?
Me, definitely not. I mean, I probably quit guitar like. Well, I don't even play guitar in this band. What the fuck am I talking about? I quit playing guitar like 2 times before I actually like picked it up for a while. But I've been wanting to do vocals ever since I got into like hardcore music.
I turned 13 and wanted a guitar for some reason. First guitar was $7 guitar from a swap meet. That happened.
I mean, I actually want to play soccer from high school to college, but I never went to college.
Actually put the job out.
But actually, I had music class, and like I told this guy, I had to make a song, and it was like the hardest thing I've done. But after that, like I love playing music. You know, it's just a passion.
Growing up, we didn't have rich parents, but you did the best you could to try to stay in music. I had a passion for music, and I did whatever I could to keep that. But at times it was hard. But yeah, I'd say I was musically inclined growing up.
Same as Alex. It's always been in me, but
You know, we don't have the richest parents. You know, I'm not gonna ask too much.
Even now, it's still
Yeah, we all got jobs and it's still tough.
We spend the money we don't have for gear.
even the money we shouldn't spend. Spend it for stuff we spend.
And where do you guys see yourselves? Like, where do you want to be from here on out? Like 5 years from now? Do you still want to be Strength in the Struggle?
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
traveling.
that name is a little too long, but
5 years from now, if we're not touring or if we're not doing something big, I hope we're dead.
yeah.
Honestly, if we're not doing anything big in 5 years, I hope we're dead. But that's not what I'd like. I'd rather be touring and probably played out or kicked out by then.
You want to be hated by all the super tough guys,
There you go.
and loved by all the Tumblr kids. That's like the
all
highest point.
those teenage
That's when
boys.
you know you made it when you're on
Way
Tumblr. You've been reblogged for like 1,000 notes.
And anything you could give me secret-wise that's going to be happening this year that you want to share, or you want to keep anything under
It's so
wraps?
secret that I don't even know what's going on.
So, no plans later in
We
summer?
might all just drop rap albums. I don't know.
Probably just like races everywhere.
Just
I don't think anybody knows that we want to do weekend tours.
That's true. Yeah.
So you're probably one of the few to know right now. That's what we'd like to push for. But
if you're listening to this, we need to be booked outside of the state or out of this county at least. Hit us up on Facebook or email us at sitscahardcore@gmail.com. We're looking to play outside of our area, so definitely. That's where, by the end of the year, I want to see at least a couple tours, or I want to see out of the state for sure.
And who do you want to bring on tour with you if you could?
I would say
Metallica, again, Foo Fighters.
they're playing a show tonight.
That's
We're
what
not
I'd like to
there.
take. Realistically, I'd like to do a tour with Destruction of a King, Face Maker, and maybe like a Friends Keepsake.
Yeah.
That'd be really fun.
Well, thank you guys for the interview. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I also wanted to try and do a mainstream show a month. What I do is I hit up PR companies and see if, I can get in and interview one of the bands touring, coming through SoCal. And I had the opportunity to go see the Somerset, but that didn't happen because I got a late reply. But I heard the show went great. January 28th, this past week, I got to see Volumes and Upon a Burning Body at Chain Reaction. And it was such a great show. I was so proud of all the bands that played. I've seen Upon a Burning Body quite a few times, and every single performance they get better. And some upcoming February shows that I have, and it's like a long list, so just bear with me. February 7th is Stanley and the Search with Second to Last at Chain Reaction. You can go and buy tickets at allages.com. We also have in the Inland Empire at the Grizzly Den, Reign Supreme Fest with Legends Shall Fall. It's their comeback show with Paradigm endings on the shoulders of Atlas, Anchors Overboard, Carried Weight, and My Friends, and I Ate Everybody. So be sure to check that out because directly after their set, they're going to be heading up to Paris for Josh's birthday bash. I'm not too sure who this Josh guy is, but it's his birthday bash, and I think everybody should go and celebrate his birthday. Even if you don't know him, it's still a great cause. The show starts at 6, and it's $5 at the door, so, it's cheaper than the Grizzly Den, but hey, Zach is doing his thing, and I would go and support Zach as well, and then just haul butt over to Paris, just do it. My friends in Ruinist and Defiant will be playing with my friends again, and I Ate Everybody in Lessons in Murder, so be sure to head on over to that show. It's going to be pretty friggin' awesome. I'll be there, so yeah, I drive quite a bit to see my friends play, clearly. On February 11th, Blood Scribe will be releasing their record at this show with Order 66, and they are an also great band, so look up Order 66 on Facebook and YouTube, and it's pretty legit. It's a 21 and plus show because it is at a bar at the Boulevard, so yeah, but it's free. So any 21 plus kids want to go on a Wednesday night and drink at the bar, go ahead. We also have a benefit show for multiple sclerosis, which is also a really great thing that my friends are doing. So Thursday, February 12th, it's all ages. Doors open at 7, and it's $5 at the door as well at Diego's in Santa Ana. Hosted by Orange County Music League and Slater Alligator. Some of the bands playing is Slime Kings and the Originalities. On Valentine's Day, we all know what that day is. It's February 14th, yay joy. And I'm not bitter because of it. I just think that it's really overrated, considering if you love somebody, you should do things for them, not just on Valentine's Day to make it an excuse to do something, but hey, that's just me. We have at the Grizzly Den as well, Of Euphoria, This Is War. Of Euphoria, This Is a War, Talk to the Stranger, Focus in Frame, and My Friends in a Silas will be playing as well. So go check them out. Tickets are $10 in advance and $12 at the door. You can also get your tickets at grizzlyshows.com. February 15th, an all-ages show starting at 5 p.m. at Malone's in Santa Ana with The Body Rampant, who I have not seen literally since my 21st birthday in 2011, so that's been a really long time. So I'm stoked on this show with Castaways and Death Drive. Modern Maps is also playing, plus Against the Sun, so it's a bunch of local bands, so check them out. It's a rock show. It's going to be pretty awesome. On February 22nd, now this is the one I'm super stoked about because my friends in Lions Amongst Wolves have finally finished their EP and it is their release show, so you should really go to this. It will be at Malone's in Santa Ana as well, with some of my friends playing. A Shark Among Us, I Ate Everybody once again is playing. Influence, Lessons in Murder, The Mirage Theory. It's going to be awesome. Upon the Water is opening the show. You can get tickets from any of the bands playing. It is also going to be my birthday show, but I'm not going to take that glory away from my friends in Lions Amongst Wolves. It is their night, so please be sure to go and support. It's going to be a party, just hands down. It's going to be. It is at Malone's in Santa Ana, if I did not already say that. And there are a lot of more shows coming up in February that I did not cover, so please be sure to head on over to venues such as the Glass House. Head on over to their venue and check out who's playing this month of February. Also go to Malone's website and see who's playing, as well as Recess Studios. Not too sure if they have a website, but I know they have a Facebook page, so please go and check that out, as well as the great people at Chain Reaction hosting their shows in Anaheim. It's a great venue, so be sure to check that out. Some music festivals coming up, not in February, but in March. We have Self Help on March 7th, so that should be a lot of fun with Pierce the Veil and Sleeping with Sirens headlining, as well as The Ghost Inside, The Amity Affliction, and more. So please be sure to check that out. Tickets, you can buy them at selfhelpfest.com. And I wasn't going to just say my February artist of the month because it's not February yet, it's still January, but hey, whatever. Anatomy Decay will be my featured artist in February, so please be sure to head on over and check them out before I release my podcast episode. Hopefully they're doing shows in February. If not, of course, I'll be getting an interview with them, so you'll be checking them out and getting to know them on a personal basis next month. I will be releasing my podcast episode at the end of February. I don't know the exact date. Whatever the last Saturday of February is when you will be able to hear it. So please look out for that. And I may sound a little stuffy. Yes, it's because I may be getting sick, so don't judge me. And I hope you enjoyed January's podcast episode. You'll be getting all the photos of all the shows that I have been to in this past month of January on my wordpress.com website. You can also check out Around the Block Podcast as a like page on Facebook. Please support local music. That's all I'm doing right now. It's just, this podcast is dedicated to the local music scene of any genre. And yeah, it may seem like I talk a lot of hardcore and death metal music, but there's a lot of other music out there. So please don't be afraid to listen to something you're not used to, because that's what makes you fall in love. Until next time, this is Tamara Lynn. Stay local.